Welcome back, everybody, to Rob's MetalWorks. We are continuing our work here at Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem here at the Woodlands in Houston. Brings me great pleasure to welcome a man that many of you people out there have missed. J-Mann from Mushroomhead is back. Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing fantastic, and thanks for that kind introduction.
It's great to see you, man. But before we start talking about you and the band and the latest release, that we have to talk about Mayhem. Today is the last performance of Mushroomhead at Mayhem 2014. Is it bittersweet? What was the tour like?
Definitely bittersweet. It's been a fantastic tour. It's probably the best summer I've had since I was probably like 8 years old playing in the dirt. You know what I mean? It's like what you remember summer being like when you were a kid. You know, so it was fantastic. Met a lot of new people, great people. Got turned on to some great new music. Saw a ton of fans that were unbelievable. We'd love to do it again. So
now that it's finally coming to an end, any memorable moments, any highlights that you can think of?
There's tons of memories. I guess most of it's the camaraderie of all the bands, the way everyone got along, the way, you know, everyone would hang out together and work together on all kind of things. You know, we had a little studio in the back lounge. We're playing with some people, you know what I mean? We'd have drum circles where you'd have 30 people beating on drums. There were great parties thrown by every band through some parties that were great. Yeah, tons of memories, yeah.
Awesome. Now let's talk about you for a little bit, because tonight we were lucky enough to fight our way through the mayhem of crowd and get some good shots and a good view of the band performing this evening. Definitely brutal, the epitome of this festival's name. Pure mayhem during your set, man. And my cameraman told me, he said, "Man, is that J-Mann up there?" We kind of did not know whether you were just kind of back in the fold in the back end, because we know this type of lifestyle can be difficult for people in their personal lives. But we saw you up on stage. You said, "No, he's there. He's right there. He's back." So let's talk about the return of J-Mann. How did that happen, and how did you come to that decision to come back?
It was something that I think was always in the back of our minds to an extent. I definitely knew I was going to work with the band again, at least on a couple songs on the record or something like that. But I guess at the end of the day, it was about timing, and it was about the right lineup, the right group of people, and the right material to work on. And when they played me the instrumental tracks for the new album, to me it was the closest thing to Mushroomhead since like the early days, and I definitely wanted to be a part of it. So I was like, all right, let me do a couple songs with you guys. It'll be great. And we just worked on it all summer long, and every day they'd show me a new song and I'd do something on it until finally, like, you know, we got to the end of it and I asked how many songs I was on, and they basically said the whole album. So it was kind of like, it wasn't anything thought out or planned. It just kind of unfolded. You know, we just got caught up in the creative process, and it was the right time. It was the 20th year anniversary. So went out and did a tour for that, finished the record, put that out. The album did well, and then all kind of opportunities have opened up. So I'm definitely back in the band.
Congratulations on the 20-year anniversary. I was going to bring that up, and you know, I think for fans out there, they don't realize that it's been that long.
Yeah. Well, it is a long time. It's actually 21 now, because that was last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe the band's lasted this long, and not only that, but it's actually at a level right now that it has never really achieved. So it's strange to think that after 20 years, a band could gain momentum in strength and grow to the extent that it is at the moment.
Well, I mean, taking into consideration now, so let's talk about your new record, The Righteous and the Butterfly. So it ranked highest on the Billboard ever in the history of the band. I mean, that alone is a testimony to the success that you're achieving now at this time in your career.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I think we were all pretty shocked by that. I mean, we were all really proud of the record, and we thought our fans would like it, but I don't think we expected to be a band like us to be in the top 20 or anything like that. You know?
Top 20 on the Billboard. That's crazy.
Top 200, and it was #1 hard rock, #1 independent, #5 rock. So we're blown away. So thanks to all the fans that bought the record. It means a lot.
I've had the opportunity to hear the record several times. I jam it out, you know, really loud. It sounds really good on the stereo, man. Great. And despite some of the lineup changes, you know, it seems like Mushroomhead's kind of like a more focused type of operation now. Like, it seems like a lot of the static has been cleared, and there's more direction.
There definitely is. A lot of it's got to do with Dr. F. and Church, our bass player and guitar player that were brought in. They came in with the intention of making a Mushroomhead record, to where, like, I think some of the guys that aren't around anymore were becoming solo artists, And it was really important we got back to the roots of the band, especially the early days of the band, include a lot more keyboards, because it was getting away from the theatrical thing musically that we were trying to achieve at its inception.
I think one of the cool things too is that you guys did a really rare cover. Tell the people out there about the cover song that you did.
Yeah. Adele, Rumor Has It, we covered, and it wasn't that planned. And I don't think any of us really thought it'd make the record. It was just kind of like when we were getting sounds in the studio, it was like we need to record something, and we didn't have material yet, so it was like, all right, let's just do this. I think it might have been Jeff or Skinny's idea, but they did it, and it came out cool, but I still don't think it was till like the 11th hour we knew it'd make the record, It was like, well, that's cool, but, and then, right before we turned the album, it's like, what the hell, let's do it.
Let's go ahead and end out this interview talking about the future of Mushroomhead. What does the rest of this year, 2014, hold for the band? You guys can take a little break now that Mayhem's finally done?
Yeah, we've got about 4 weeks off, and then we're going to pick back up, and we're going to do October co-headlining tour with Insane Clown Posse.
Wow.
So it's going to be like a shock tour for Halloween with, painted rap and mass metal.
J-Mann, I have to ask you, there's a rumor mill out there about a Slipknot Mushroomhead tour. How valid are those rumors?
Well, like you said, they're rumors. We haven't been approached by anyone, but I've read things that Corey said in the press, and I know that we'd love to do it, so we're definitely open to it. I think it'd be a fantastic opportunity. I also think that it was really big of him to kind of extend an olive branch and just, he doesn't have anything to gain for it. He's doing it for the fans, and I think that's really commendable. I think he's a great artist and a great man.
I think you hit it right on the head. That's a great gesture for everyone, and also kind of just to squash all the historic BS of the rivalry between the two bands.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the olive branch.
And I think now, everybody's coming of age. We're like, hey, there's enough success to go around for everybody.
I agree. Yeah, and music's not meant to be a competition. You don't have to choose. It's not like you have a favorite football team and you want them to beat the other team. We're not teams. It's not a competition. This isn't a sport. It's entertainment, and you're allowed to like everything.
Right. J-Mann, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been great, man. Any last words? Anything we missed that you want to share with the people around the world who will see this interview?
Mayhem for having us out, all the fans that came out, all the bands I got to listen to and become friends with. We want to thank everyone that picked up the record, and hopefully we'll see you guys in October.
Remember, everyone out there, the new one is called The Butterfly. The Righteous and the Butterfly. Go out there on Megaforce Records, pick it up. You saw J-Mann of Mushroomhead only on Rob's MetalWorks.